How do you get hipsters, baby boomers, and hippies to agree on something in the same room?
We found out in the Carolinas.
Hi, we're the Care Kids.
Our parents are crazy. They want to take us on a year-long trip.
They call it an empathy expedition.
We're traveling the states to discover what makes us united.
50 states in 52 weeks.
And I saw you, 'cause I wanna be like the wind. I wanna run with you. Oh, we can be wolves, howling at the great white moon. I wanna be by your side when you light up the sky for the world to see. Run, 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 run with me.
As we started to head further and further east, people kept telling us, you gotta hit the Blue Ridge Parkway. So we hit the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
We got there as it was fall.
A little late.
The leaves had fallen just a little bit early for us.
Yeah, we were a little late.
But
We're
it
often
was
a
still
little late.
gorgeous. We are often a little late. The drive and the windy roads, it was amazing. It was beautiful.
Especially if you were in the front seat.
Yes. Here in the back of the RV,
Not quite as illustrious.
a little bit more. But everything's kind of gross in the back of the RV.
Yeah.
You try and stay at the front of the RV as much as possible.
Yeah.
The Carolinas were so charming because of all the people that we met. You know, everybody talks about Southern charm, and it is real.
It's for real, yeah. We met the most darling teenage girl that was working in this candy shop, and Asa fell madly in love when, like, 10 seconds after he met her, he was like, and that accent? Where do we sign the wedding papers? She was so cute. We went to this cute town called Mount Airy, North Carolina. Mount Airy has a welcome center that we stopped in at first, and they were very welcoming. They met us, these darling little ladies with their southern charm, met us at the countertop and gave us a welcome basket.
At the present time, we're best known as Mayberry. The town name is Mount Airy. It's a play off the Andy Griffith Show, which ran from 1960 to 1968. This is Andy Griffith's hometown. He was born and raised here, graduated from high school in 1944, and then went off to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill in 1945.
They have taken on the nickname of Mayberry because that is where he grew up, and that's where Mayberry is based upon that little town. And actually, his family still has land around there, and a couple of the other cast members from the Andy Griffith Show have relocated to Mount Airy because it is such a charming little town.
Thelma Lou, her real name is Betty Lynn, she lives here in Mount Airy and has lived here for about 11 years. We just recently celebrated her 91st birthday, had a little party for her. She's a very nice lady, and she comes to the Andy Griffith Museum every third Friday and signs autographs.
One of our favorite little places we stopped in Mount Airy was Snappy Lunch. Is that not the cutest name for a little lunch restaurant ever? Hey, we're at Snappy Lunch in Mount Airy, North Carolina, eating their famous pork chop sandwich.
It has chili on it too.
Chili.
That's chili?
Pork chop, coleslaw, chili.
It was interesting.
Yeah, you weren't so much of a fan.
Well, I don't really love pork, but
Yeah.
it was like a deep fried pork chop, like a really thinly cut pork chop that was deep fried, and then they had it on a bun with different toppings and stuff, and yeah, that's their famous pork sandwich at Snappy Lunch.
Snappy.
Not bad.
I liked it. It was good.
They've really banked on it as a tourist attraction, which is super fun. They have a location set up in town where you can go, and they have the set just like the jail scene from the Andy Griffith Show, they have it all set up so you can go in and take pictures. You can lay on the cot and, you know, be behind bars for a minute. And so that was fun. And then they also have cop cars, the old school cop cars, and you can get in those and they'll give you a tour of Mayberry, Mount Airy. So that was fun.
Come on, do it better than that.
You can do better than that.
1, 2, 3.
Hooty hoo!
Okay, y'all can be on my hooty hoo team.
When the ducks, when we tell the ducks jokes, they start laughing.
Or it sounds like they're laughing,
sounds
right?
like they're laughing.
Quack,
'cause they're
quack,
making
quack,
this
quack,
weird
quack, quack,
sound.
Why aren't you guys laughing at my jokes? Are they just too cheesy for you?
Like pizza.
Maybe you guys are all just a bunch of chickens.
Oh my gosh, they're ducks.
You're afraid.
Wow,
With my
Asa.
Rough audience, huh?
You're a bunch of chickens.
Dude, you're trying to... Oh, Bill thought it was funny.
Thank you, Bill.
The thing that was so great about the North and South Carolina, again, was the people. So they were so accommodating. We had one family that after church on Sunday said, "Hey, come over to our house for dinner."
Like a bunch of stray cats, they just brought us home.
And not only did they invite us to stay for dinner, we stayed the night. We made cookies with them. We played
It started
games.
out, I think, as why don't you come on over after and we'll let you use the restroom and you can come in and we can hang out for a little while. And then it turned into, well, you might as well stay for dinner. And then, well, we do always play games after. Do you want to stay for games?
We're making cookies. We'll make an extra batch.
We got a bunch of extra beds upstairs. Make yourselves at home.
And it was really cute. We were talking to their kids later, and they said, "You'd like to think that you're the first people that our parents have brought home like stray cats, but you're not." That's just the type of people that they were. That they bring people home, they bring people into their home, and make them feel like guests. And that was really evident throughout the South.
Yeah. They even had a guest book on their coffee table in their entry that we got to sign. So now we are a part of their history of guests. So that was fun.
There were lots of things to do throughout North and South Carolina. It was amazing to drive through. So we went to Asheville, we went to several different little towns, and everywhere we went, people were just so kind and so accommodating. So one of the things that we wanted to experience was an old-fashioned line dance, or an old-fashioned contra dance is what it's called. So the contra dance that we went to is called the Old Farmer's Ball. And people come from all over. In fact, there were a couple of guys that we were talking to who drove all the way from Tennessee to come to the Old Farmer's Ball.
It was close to the border, but still, it was a trek for them. They had to drive like well over an hour to get there.
All right, here we go. Join hands, circle left. Into the middle and back. One more time.
My name is Ron Yarbrough. I'll be the board host tonight at the Old Farmer's Ball here at Bryson Gym on Warren Wilson College. Tonight's band is going to actually be the students. It's called the Warren Wilson Old Time Band, and Professor Phil Jameson will be doing the calling this evening.
Swing your partner around. Promenade.
I teach here at the college in the music department. We have a traditional music program, but I've been involved calling dances, playing for dances for over 40 years. A few years ago, I wrote a book about the history of Appalachian dances, and it's called Hoedowns, Reels, and Frolics, and it's on University of Illinois Press, came out 2 years ago, and it's really the first book that tells the history behind these dances, and in particular the diverse roots of these dances. People think of them strictly as like transplanted European, Scots-Irish, British Isles culture, but really there's a lot of other influences on these too. Other European influences like French, but also African American influences and Native American influences. And like many things in America, they are a melting pot of our cultures.
You are continually dancing with other people to get to know your neighbors.
Yep, it was such a diverse group of people. It was older people who had probably been doing this contra dance for years. It was young college students who went to the college where the campus, you know, where the dance was taking place. There were a few young children, which were ours, who were a little hesitant at first, and then just a mishmash of everything in between. There were tattooed hipsters and really conservative looking business people and everything in between. So that was fun. Yeah, we were all, except for Matt. Matt is a really confident dancer and line dancer, so he already knew lots of the moves, but the rest of us were a little hesitant. We didn't need to be though. They were super friendly and accommodating, and they showed us, you know, they would just take you by the hand and you know, pull you right in, and Asa especially got pulled right in.
He did. He got pulled in by a college student. He was really nervous because he said, I think they think I'm a college student. What if she asks me out on a date? I think he kind of got all these things going on in his head, which was really cute.
After a couple dances with this girl, this cute college girl, Asa headed out to the RV. He was like, I'm out, I'm done. So he ran out to the RV because the night was almost over anyway. And we all came out after and we played a little trick on him.
Yeah, we said, hey, Asa, the girl that you were dancing with, she's right outside. She wanted to come say goodnight.
So
the blood drained from his face and he was like, what? What?
This is the very reason I'm out here and not in there. Hiding, but it was pretty funny, so
it was pretty cute.
Got him.
I think my main takeaway from the Carolinas was the contra dancing brought so many people together.
Yeah, it was very striking to me just to sit back and look around and see just the diverse group of people that had come from all these different little corners of the town, and they had this activity to do together that was totally fun and just united them as a community. It's not common that you can find that, and I think dancing is just an amazing way for people to come together and have fun and just get to know people that they normally would never cross paths with.
It was especially striking to see like people who, you know, if they were at a rally or at something where they were voicing political views, they might be on opposite sides, but they're taking each other by the hand and crossing paths and crossing hands and getting to know one another and laughing together, and that was particularly striking.
Yep. More dancing in our communities. This is what we need. It's true. I'm not even kidding though. Yeah, we need to. Yeah. Are we starting up a contra dance group here? I think we should.
Maybe when we finish, yeah.
Yeah. And just have it be open shelving on that wall, do you think?
Charming Carolinas.
Get on topic, girl.
The charming Carolinas.
Squirrel. Yes, the Carolinas were very charming.
Greenville, South Carolina.